Anyway, there's the No Labels group? The No Labels group is basically a bunch of Republican liberals. They are Republicans who don't like conservatives, and they don't want to be associated with conservatism. They want to be seen as intellectually elite, scholarly, superior, and they love being thought of as moderates. You know why? Because moderates, independence. That's another thing that's happened in our political culture. Those people have acquired the reputation of open-minded, which is intelligent. Like those of us who are wedded to our causes because we really believe what we're small-minded, closed-minded. We're not open to opposing points of view. But the moderates and the independents, these are the diamonds in our culture because they make up their mind issue by issue. And they're not closed-minded, and they're not small-minded, and they're not bigoted. Well, a bunch of these people got together and formed a club, essentially, called No Labels. And there's some former Republican speechwriters in this group. The former media director for the McCain campaign in 2008 is in this group. And anyway, this group had an event. It's going on right now in New Hampshire called the No Labels event. And Trump began his appearance at the No Labels event, which is apparently just a long-winded Q&A with people in the audience and whoever the officials of the No Labels organization happen to be. And I heard before the program started, Trump's kicking it. He just doing fabulous. So I asked Cookie to get me some sound bites of it. And I have them here. Let's go ahead and start with those. Started here at soundbite number 28. It's in Manchester, New Hampshire. And this is at the No Labels Problem Solver Convention. And I guess they're having a whole bunch of candidates show up at this thing. And it was Trump's turn to speak. And during the Q&A, audience members said, I was wondering what your plan is in working across the aisle to increase civic engagement among millennials, getting college students involved, and also student loans. Now, that's a perfect question for somebody at the No Labels event. That's exact. Can we all just get along? There must be bipartisanship. We must cross the aisle. We must show the American people that we can work together. We must show that we can do good government, that we can get things done. We must. And so you've got somebody in the audience asking Trump, I was wondering what your plan is in working across the aisle to increase civic engagement among... So what are you going to do, Mr. Trump, and see to it that millennials are not so mean to each other and actually can work together with people?
Don't forget, these schools, because they get so much money from the government through the student, they're raising their fees to a point that's ridiculous. They don't need to get that kind of money because of the fact that the government is giving out so much money. You take a look at what's happened to the cost of education, and believe me, it hasn't gone up that much. So we're going to do a number. We're going to get those numbers down. And also, we're going to have jobs. So when you graduate, you're going to end up getting a nice job where you're very happy. Okay? Thank you. Great question.
Okay, so he's telling millennials they're going to be happy when he's president because they're going to have a job. They can't find jobs right now. Certainly they can't find career-oriented jobs. But he didn't answer the question. You know, Mr. Trump, what's your plan? Get people to work together across the aisle. He just skated right past it and went to what was important. Another question from the audience. I'm curious about your perspective on the Freedom Caucus of the Tea. By the way, I should stress the No Labels group is actually a bunch of libs. They're liberal Republicans. But they don't want to call themselves anything. They think labels, they're trying to be above everybody with this. Anyway, that's the next question. So, your perspective on the Freedom Caucus of the Tea Party.
I love the Tea Party. I'll tell you about the Tea Party. These are people that love this country. They do love this country, and they want the country to be great. I mean, it's very important. Go ahead.
The issue is, not to offend anyone, but quite frankly, I see the Planned Parenthood as it's a deck chair on the Titanic. That's where I'm coming from, to shut down the entire government over it. It's kind of the small-worlded mindset.
Well, they don't want Planned Parenthood funded. And I think a lot of people understand that, including me. They don't want it funded. I mean, I understand that. So, I mean, you do have that.
Yeah. No labels booing Trump. That's a good sign that he's being booed by these. Don't misunderstand this. A quick time out. Don't go away. And the